All right, motherfuckers, listen up. I'm going to give you something completely for free. No other guy, no other influencer, guru is going to give for you. I'm going to give you my complete workout schedule that I used during college to go from a little fat fucker to somebody who I would like to say is in decent shape right now. I'm going to give you it. No strings attached. It is in the description. I would suggest going in there, copying and pasting everything into your notes. Now, I did a version of this video where I explained everything like to the T. I'm not really like that anymore. I didn't really like the structure because it ended up being a video that was like 30 minutes full of fluff. And for the guys that do go to the gym, you're not going to want to hear 30 minutes of fluff. Just straight up. Because the way that I do things, it's no bullshit. I give you what you need to go in the least amount of time possible and we get on with our lives. Because that's how this is supposed to be. It's self-improvement, baby. You get this shit. Now, if you want my receipts for why this works, you can look at my profile picture. You can look at me. I don't really care. This is something that I use, like I said, throughout high school. Trust me if you want to. You don't have to. You can keep doing your own thing. But this workout program that's in the description, I would suggest copying and pasting into your notes. Now, it is 6 days. It is a 6-day split. It's a push-pull leg split. This is how I'm going to explain it. What I did is I took it, and I never scheduled my off day. I would, and it's weird, but I would take the off day when I needed it. So if I had a big day coming up, or especially in college, when I needed to study really hard on a specific day or something, I would say, I'm going to take my off day then. It was very with the flow. I didn't like to keep a consistent off day or schedule it, excuse me, damn, or schedule it like Wednesday or schedule it right in the middle of the split. I don't do that. I take it when I feel like my body needs it, because if I can go and hit a leg day, or hit a leg day right after a pull day, and on the pull day I did deadlifts, and the leg day I'm doing squats. I feel like my lower back can handle it. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. Now, is that probably the best thing that you've ever heard? No, it's probably not. It's probably not the best advice, but me, it worked, and it worked out pretty good. But it is, like I say, schedule your off day when you need it. You can do whatever you want with that. I recommend taking an off day every single week. You got to give your body time to recover. If not, if you really got that itch to go to the gym, because I used to do the same thing, I would suggest going and do some cardio. Shit like that. As much as nobody wants to fucking do it, it's good for all of us. It is good for all of us, whether we want to admit it or not. Now, if you want a breakdown of all the exercises and all that, I would definitely be for doing that. I can show you all that. I can go to the gym and we can record and I can talk to you and tell you everything. But for all these purposes, for the exercises that you don't know how to do or you don't know what I mean by them, I would look them up. Just let's look and see something. Side lateral raises is in there. It's in the push one day. If you don't know how to do side lateral raises, look up how to do side lateral raises. It's going to show you. I used a barbell with mine. I now use a cable with mine because I feel like it's better. And it's something new. It always has tension. Use whatever variant you feel like. This is a guide. It is not a set to thing. You do not have to follow this, day-to-day, exercise to exercise. You can do however you like. But I would suggest doing something very similar and close to this, especially if you're newer. You've been in the gym for like 3 to 6 months and you don't have a set schedule. This is what I would use. And I still use a variation of this to this day. I've never gotten off of push-pull legs. Never. I did do like an Arnold split for a while when I first started. I was through a bunch of splits, man. And it just wasn't working. So I made this. And this is my own creation I have here. But on the days you're gonna have 3 exercises, for the most part, you're gonna have 3 exercises that focus the main thing that you're hitting that day. So push one day, focus on chest. You're gonna have 3 exercises to chest. Then you have shoulders. You got to put on or work in on push day. So there's 2 exercises because they're the secondary, in my opinion, that you're going to be working on. So there's 2 exercises for shoulders, and there's 1 exercise for triceps because you're going to be working your triceps mainly throughout all the other exercises. So one core big exercise and you're fine. Now, the way I would go about this, and this is me personally, I would make a folder in your notes, and I would title it workout progression, whatever you want to do. I would paste this completely into there. Now, go through every single time you do these workouts and log it. I've done this for years. So on push 1, you'll see the workout schedule. Push 1, barbell bench press. As you go through that, it's 4x, 4 to 6. That means 4 sets of 4 to 6 reps is what that means. So I always put, say, 225-6 for 6 reps. So I did 225 weight dash 6 reps, and I put a space. I do X1. I've done it once. So, and then I'd go rep out again, then I'd change the 1 to 2. It's a good way to keep up, because me personally, I could be yapping my ass off mid-conversation with somebody and be like, damn, did I hit my second set or my third set? Or my third set or my fourth set? So it's a really good way to just keep up with what you're doing. And it's really nice to be able to look back in 3 months' time and go, that's what I was doing back then, and now I'm doing this weight. And it's a good benchmark to say, well, I've increased, my size a little bit. I feel stronger. I was doing this a month ago. Maybe I should up it a little bit more. It's a good way to do that. Now, if you're following this split, for the most part, if you want to get into the nutrition side, I'm not an expert on this. I will never claim to be. But what worked for me, and this is all what worked for me, by the way. I'm not going to back up my stuff with science claims, because that's not how I do things. If you want somebody who's going to tell you what worked for them and what is more than likely going to work for you, because I did the shit. I'm not a jacked guy who flipped this schedule and, it worked. I was a guy who was skinny fat, got on the schedule that I made, and got jacked from that. So, but if you want nutrition information, if we're going to go to there, the only thing that I would suggest for you to do, the most important thing, is and controversial take, 1 gram of protein per gram of body weight. Now, get around that area. It doesn't have to be right on there. You don't have to follow this shit to a T. And you don't have to track it all the time. You need to have a general idea of how much protein you're consuming a day. Counting calories, you can do that. 2, it helps, but if you have a general consensus of what you're eating every single day, that's going to be good for you, and how much protein you're consuming every single day, more importantly, because then you can track. Sorry, there's dogs that are yapping on the other side of the road. Then you can track and say, well, I'm consistently eating 180 grams of protein and I weigh 170, so I can really scale that back a little bit. And yeah, you can. Or you can go in and eat, 160 and say, I'm pretty good there. I'm gaining muscle and I'm losing a little bit of weight. I'm going to keep it at that. Like I said, there's a buffer. You don't have to be right on the money with this. But I would try this workout split for 3 months. Go through this for 3 months. See how you feel. In my opinion, I think you're going to feel great. I think you're going to notice gains. That's just my opinion, though. If it doesn't work for you, I'd love to know. I'd love to know. And then we can make adjustments to it. So give your feedback. But come back to this video in a month time, 3 month time, and tell me what you think. Maybe it was a fluke and it just worked for me. But this is what I used. Like I said, in the description, copy paste, put in your notes, follow it day by day, mark it, and then, make another note for that for the next week. Mark what you do every single time. That's all I got. The next part's up to you, big man. So, all I can tell you, just don't be a bitch.